Shout out to the man, Jimmy High Roller. He is back. He has returned. They said they were the greatest team of all time. Now, I think he's either talking about the 04 team, Olympics team, or he's talking about the 08 team, or he's talking about the Dream team. I don't know. I genuinely do not know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jimmy High Roller for the video. Road to 10K. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Let's get straight into this thing, man. Let's go. Don't mind the bonnet, bro. I ain't feel like, you know what I'm saying, do my hair.
Check this out. You see that score? USA versus Germany.
I also want to say, man, if y'all hear some chopping, some in the back, bro, it's cutting some trees outside, bro. Just bear with me, bro. I'm gonna try not to pause so that y'all don't hear nothing. Bear with me, you know what I'm saying?
Germany is up 82-81 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Look at Dennis Schroeder, bro.
The game should have never been this close, but it is. In fact, it's been a close contest since the opening tip. Both teams going bucket for bucket. Neither of them really able to pull away. Someone is going to have to step up.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't mean to keep pause. Y'all hear, bro? I don't mean to pause, bro. But did y'all see that Nike commercial, bro? Did y'all see LeBron doing the thing? Like, how did they get that done? And it was in the game, bro. I don't know.
Take control of this game if they want to win. And of all the players on this court, of all the talent, the greatest shooter of all time, a former MVP, the future of USA basketball, it is none other than all-reliable 39-year-old LeBron James who completely takes over this game.
They be getting too comfortable, bro. But at the same time, bro, basketball has just changed, bro. Everybody's better.
Trying to answer the tie-in. James another rebound to do so this coming weekend. No, James another board.
Hey, man, it's all part of Bron's documentary, though. It is.
Look at this bench reacts. LeBron James open for three. LeBron James bodying inside. He scores.
Damn. Bro been carrying, I ain't gonna lie. He's been for real carrying.
With the game on the line and 4 minutes left in the fourth, LeBron turned back the clock and completely put Team USA on his back, scoring their final 11 points and single-handedly outscoring Germany. The Young Bucks are loving it. These performances should have came to an end years ago. And yet here we are, 22 years in, and the old geezer still got it. But
that shit crazy.
Wait a minute. This is the best basketball team on the planet. Some have even called this roster the best team of all time.
It is.
But if that's the case, then why out of all of these players does it take a 39-year-old?
Bro, stop. I just said it, bro. There's a few things. At the end of the day, man, these dudes are getting way too comfortable on the court. They be playing lackluster defense, bro. They don't be caring because they just think that regardless they're gonna win. Plus, it has been exhibition games, so we really got to see until the real game start. That's two. Third, fuck. Man, I gotta play, bro.
Going ballistic in the final
Third, bro. This is part of the documentary, bro.
Their previous game against South Sudan was a similar story, with the go-ahead basket by LeBron being the only thing separating the U.S. from a loss. A couple months back, when this team was first announced, they were immediately hailed as one of, if not the greatest team ever assembled.
And basketball, bro, people are just better, man.
5 exhibition games, 3 of which were
it's not
won
gonna
by
be
6
domination
points or less, the title of greatest team ever seems to have been given out a bit prematurely. Is this team truly the best team we've ever seen? On paper, they have all the credentials to fit the bill, but on the court, they aren't nearly as dominant as some teams from the past.
Man, stop, bro. Jimmy, you gotta stop, bro. Incoming ad coming. I already know. Yep.
Received team. Last summer, after a 4th place finish in the FIBA Basketball World Cup, reports surfaced that LeBron James was recruiting players from around the league to suit up for the U.S. men's national team for the 2024 Olympics, reaching out to teammates, friends, foes, all to better their odds of defeating a common enemy: everyone else. And although fun to imagine, the team he was attempting to put together seemed like a classic case of too good to be true. Except it actually happened. A 12-man roster that some are saying is the greatest basketball team of all time. LeBron, Durant, Curry, Embiid, Tatum, AD, Booker, Kawhi, who has since been replaced by Derek White.
Y'all gotta think, bro. If we would have had Kawhi and KD is still gonna play. I'm pretty sure he plays the game. The first game is tomorrow. I'm pretty sure KD is gonna play. Honestly, my man was just getting dunked on, but hey, he was just out here getting dunked on. But hey, he can play. You feel me? But bro, if we would have had Kawhi and KD playing, bro. And Derek White is not on the team, bro. Yeah, we are the best team, bro. This is the best USA team of all time. It is. It is, bro. Don't be fooled just because these games are close, bro. At the end of the day, bro, it's modern day basketball. What do we say? We're done with the 90s. We're done with that shit. And even we're done damn near close to the 2000s, bro. Or the, you know what I'm saying? The 2010s and all that, bro. Like, we're damn near close to being done with that. Basketball is just better, bro. Everybody has evolved, bro. Everybody got a 3. If you don't even have a 3, you're not even going to make it on a team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, we can't just be saying that, bro.
Edwards, Halliburton, Holiday.
I hope Jimmy says that then.
Talks about that, bro. One of the most loaded teams in the history of basketball. And yet, 5 exhibition games into this year's Summer Olympics, and this team
what I will say is we don't got the best defense, though. I'll say that.
On multiple occasions. Nowhere near some of the colossal blowouts we have seen Team USA put down in the past. Which begs the question, is this actually the greatest team of all time?
Yes.
Greater than the 1992 Dream Team? A group of players that won games by a record-shattering margin and took basketball to a global scale. Are they greater than the Redeem Team? Or even the U.S. Olympic team in 2012, led by Kobe and a prime LeBron and
2012.
Durant?
I said 2014.
Well, it all depends on how you want to define greatness. Are we talking about a team with the best collection of talent? Or is greatness defined by how good they are as a collective unit? And since the 2024 U.S. men's Olympic team has yet to play a single non-exhibition game together, I assume we are referring to option number 1. In terms of major career accomplishments, such as MVPs, championships, All-NBA teams, the key milestones that we use to measure how great individual players are. Here is how the 2024 U.S. men's Olympic roster stacks up against some of the greatest teams of the past. Now, it's important to note that I only took into consideration the accolades these players earned leading up.
I ain't gonna lie, the 2012 team has the least amount of All-NBA, bro. That's crazy.
To the time of the Olympics. So, for example, although Michael Jordan won 6 titles and 5 MVPs by the end of his career, I only included the 2 titles and 3 MVPs he won heading into the 92 Olympics. This is only fair since players on the 2024 roster have yet to finish their careers and still have time to pile up more accolades.
Facts.
So this is a snapshot of how accomplished these teams were at the time of their formation. And when ranked against the most accomplished teams, you could make an argument that this 2024 team is the greatest of all time.
Come on.
Just slightly edging out the U.S. men's team in
and these players ain't even done.
92 and in 96. Oddly enough, the 96 U.S. men's Olympic team was more accomplished at the time of their formation than the 92 Dream Team was. But overall, this year's team is arguably the greatest team in terms of their basketball resumes.
Facts.
That might be due to the fact that this year's U.S. Olympic team is old. By the 92 Olympics, Larry Bird had already played his last NBA season. His back was completely toast, and he was the oldest player on the team by a considerable margin.
Damn, really?
He was 35. Which means right now, Stephen Curry is older than Bird was during the 92 Olympics.
And Bird is better than Curry? Man, stop it.
Olympics. In fact, Devin Booker has already been in the league
Curry's
longer
literally still in his
than
prime.
most of the players on that 1992 Dream Team. So although
I get it. Bird was not gonna retire if his back was not hurt. He probably would never retire so early. But still, man. Still, bro. Still, he did at the end of the day.
This 2024 team has the advantage of experience and longevity. The team in 92 got many of their players during the peak of their careers. So what if instead of accolades and accomplishments, we looked at how good these players were individually at the time of the team's formation? Here is a chart of the 2024 U.S. men's Olympic basketball roster and their production and efficiency from this past season, with box plus minus on the y-axis and win shares per 48 on the x-axis. Now, a few things jump out here. Tyrese Halliburton has been considered one of the weaker links on this roster, but he was actually one of the better players on this team throughout the regular season. LeBron James is really old and still really good, and Joel Embiid's spot is a quick reminder that if it weren't for a season-ending injury this past year, the man might be a back-to-back MVP right now. And now for some context, here is the 2012 U.S. Olympic team and their advanced numbers in the season leading up to the Olympics. LeBron was the best player on this team, followed by Chris Paul and Kevin Durant. They also had a veteran Kobe Bryant and Olympic Melo. And statistically, you can make an argument.
Yo, I'm trying to figure out who won the MVP, bro.
that the individual players on this team were better than the players on the 2024 team. The 2008 Redeem team was relatively young and inexperienced in the international realm, with LeBron James leading the way coming off of his 5th season in the league, a young Chris Paul entering his prime, and
Jokic won again? I forgot completely, bro. That's insane.
VP Kobe Bryant. But overall, this team probably wasn't as good as the US roster this year. 1996, however, is one of the more underrated teams ever assembled, with a ton of 90s greats like Pippen, Gary Payton, Reggie Miller, and of course, the greatest frontcourt lineup the world has ever seen. Featuring David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, and Karl Malone. This team was experienced. They were all still in their prime, and as a whole, they were better than this year's team. Which leads us to the 1992 Dream Team, who are still on a completely different level from any other team before and since their inception.
Stop, bro. These dudes were playing against the Plumbers, bro. And y'all know I be giving Jordan and everybody in the 80s, 90s their credits and everything, bro. These dudes was playing against Plumbers. You put them against Sudan now? Oh my gosh, bro. That Dream Team or 90s, whatever team, bro, they might, 96 team, bro, they actually might get blown out, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, bro. You put them against this Sudan team that we just played, they're getting blown out, bro. Just being real.
Because here's Michael Jordan, here's David Robinson, Magic Johnson, Drexler, Stockton, Barkley, and the rest of the team. And now we have a better picture of just how good this 92 Dream Team was.
They were good, don't get me wrong,
but the 1992 US Men's Olympic team was so good that Anthony Edwards in 2024 was statistically worse than every single player on the 92 Dream Team outside of Christian Laettner, who hadn't even played a single minute in the NBA up to that point. Now, you may be thinking that these stats of the players in 1992 might just be inflated or possibly a miscalculation. How is there so many all-time great players at their peak in the NBA in 92? And where are all of these players today? Well, they're playing for other countries. Because here's Nikola Jokic, here's Luka Doncic, here's Giannis, and here's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So in terms of individual dominance, the 92 Dream Team would be like having this 2024 roster without some of their relatively weaker links and the addition of Luka, Jokic, Giannis, and SGA. That is how good the Dream Team was. And I don't know if we will ever see...
Like I said, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't even talk, bro. I can't even fucking speak. Let's just play the video.
One single team as
Let's
good
just play
as
the
this
video.
1992 US Men's Olympic team was ever again.
Bro, the grind don't stop, man. I'm not waiting for these dudes to finish for me to start recording.
Almost exclusively by American players. The NBA, and by default the entire world, revolved around players from the US. There was, of course, exceptions to this. Among the elite foreign players of the early 90s were Nigerian-born Hakeem Olajuwon, who ended up playing for Team USA, Patrick Ewing from Jamaica, who also ended up playing for Team USA, Detlef Schrempf from Germany, and Croatian legend Dražan Petrovic. But that was about it. The NBA had yet to really pursue basketball on a global scale. The two international teams that were eventually added to the league wouldn't make their debut until 1995. 95% of all NBA prospects were American-born or attending US universities. But as Steve Kerr said after Team USA's loss in last year's FIBA World Cup, this isn't 1992 anymore. Over the last 32 years, the number of foreign-born NBA players has skyrocketed. From 21 foreign-born players, just 5% of all active players in the league in 1992, to 125 foreign-born players throughout the league in 2024, representing nearly a quarter of all active players. Today, when players join international competition, more often than not, they're just playing their NBA teammates in these tournaments. It's a bunch of NBA guys versus a bunch of NBA guys. The 92 Dream Team was and still is the greatest team ever assembled because they were a collection of the best basketball players, not just in the US, but in the entire world at the time.
Yeah, like I said, they was playing against some plumbers. They was playing against weaker links, bro. Let's be honest.
Hakeem, who was arguably not as good as Ewing or Robinson in 1992, and Isaiah Thomas, who was unjustly snubbed from this team, they couldn't have gotten any better. Now, in the case of this 2024 team, they're great, but
that boy,
they aren't
Isaiah
nearly
Thomas
the
still
best possible iteration of what the greatest collection of talent in the entire world would look like today. So not only was the Dream Team the greatest collection of talent in the history of basketball, nearly all of the players on the Dream Team were at the peak of their powers, but they were also eviscerating teams. More legendary than this 92 roster and the dominance of their individual players, the Dream Team was crushing their opponents. In Game 1 of group play, the Dream Team scored 116 points while holding their opponent to just 48.
That is crazy.
In the semifinals, the Dream Team beat a really good Lithuania team by 51 points. If you want to know just how outmatched these countries were, look no further.
Okay, I got to go back and watch some of these games then, because there's no way these boys were that good and they was just beating them back. Bro, no, I'm not believing it, bro. No.
Then the guy who just threw in the towel and just started snapping pictures of the Dream Team while the game was still going on.
He a fan.
And
literally.
in the gold medal game against a loaded Croatia team featuring 6 NBA players, the Dream Team won by 33 points. Look at this play right here. Gold medal game. The pride of an entire country on the line. Barkley hits Leitner for a 3.
Bro, what is this defense,
and calls
bro?
it good before he even puts up the shot.
What is this defense?
These games were never close. In fact, this team wasn't even fair. During the 92 Olympics, the Dream Team had
okay, so should we be giving credit to the USA team, or should we be like discrediting the fucking foreign teams, bro? Like, let's be real, bro. They weren't as good. That's just what it is, bro.
Average margin of victory of nearly 44 points. The largest margin of victory of any men's team at any professional level, and twice the margin Team USA put up in the 2016 and 2020 Olympics. Their average margin of victory this summer has been just 10 points. Granted, they are still making tweaks to their lineups and experimenting with different game plans, so this number will likely change over the course of the Olympics. But through 5 exhibition games, they aren't winning in nearly the same blowout fashion we saw in the past.
Bro,
and
basketball
this
has
level
evolved.
of dominance that we saw from the Dream Team,
it's not
the
gonna happen
USA
like
men's
that.
team in 96, 2008, and even 2012, will more than likely never happen again. In 1992, excluding the US team, the 11 teams that played in the Olympic basketball tournament featured 18 players that were active in the NBA or were in the NBA at one point in their career. In this year's Summer Olympics, the 11 countries outside of the US that are playing in the tournament feature 68 active or former NBA players. Now, this is an oversimplified way of looking at the caliber of these teams, because as we've seen before, having the most NBA talent on your roster does not guarantee success, but it does show just how much the world has caught up with the US in basketball. The once massive chasm that separated USA basketball from the rest of the world has been shrinking for over the last decade or so, and is now at a point where many countries can truly contend for a gold medal. As it stands, this 2024 US men's roster may be the greatest team ever assembled in terms of their accomplishments and their legacy.
No, bro, not off of accomplishments, bro. Off of skill, off of all of that, bro. We just have to remember teams are going to be better, so we're not going to see blowouts. And honestly, Team USA is going to win, bro. We still don't have KD on the motherfucking squad yet, bro. We don't.
And resumes. But when it comes to the sheer dominance they have on the court together and how good each individual player was at the time of the team's formation, the Dream Team is still the best team in the history of basketball. And with the leaps and bounds foreign players continue to make, I don't think we will ever see one single team reach this level of dominance ever again. A team that still remains the gold standard.
Hey, man. Shout out Jimmy High Roller for the video, bro. I mean, hey, he's not wrong about so far the dominance that 96 team showed, or 94 team, whatever year it was, bro. He's not lying, but at the same time, bro, I'm not going to go as far as they were better than the USA team right now, bro. At the end of the day, we're playing harder competition. We just are. If we're playing the same competition as them, do you know what the fuck this USA team is doing to those teams? Are we being for real right now? We're beating them by 200. Like, bro, let's just be honest, man. There's no need to cap, you feel me? But I get it. We're gonna be stuck on the past, man. We're gonna live in the past. It is what it is. Shout out Jimmy High Roller. Shout out everybody who watched the video, man. Road to 10K. I'll see you on the next one.